Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time.
So guys, let's get really deep into it. So I don't want to beat around the bush. I want to go straight to the point. So it's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm on my way to work, and nothing really serious going on, nothing suspicious, nothing that I can think of that is really like can contribute to what happened, anything like that. So I'm on my way to work, and every morning I always take my windows down and then I will play one of my worship songs, because that's the only time I'm able to communicate with God on my way to work, because when I'm in the house I have to try and make sure that everything is done before I will leave. So it's more like my car is like my prayer place. Okay, so it's a Saturday morning and I'm on my way to work. I just jumped off from the highway getting into town, and on my way I'm about to get into the intersection, and I can tell and I can see with my open eyes that the light is green. So the intersection in South Africa, we call it a four-way stop. Yes, I'm at the four-way stop, but with the four-way stop here, we have in the middle, there's a middle lane that will help the cars that are coming from the other side to go left or right. So there's this other lane that this person was on, and I'm coming straight and my light is on and his light was really not on. So I'm on green and I'm ready to go. I went in and we got into the intersection, you guys, and I remember I was still singing, you know, I was singing You Are Alpha and Omega. That was the song for the day. And before I know, I just had my car hit on something, and immediately I screamed. I said Jesus loudly. And let me tell you, from that moment when I said Jesus, I just felt I was somewhere else. It was just so peaceful and quiet. I don't know, it was just like my mind was not thinking of anything. I was just in a space where I can't even express what was that kind of space like, but I know it was a peaceful place for me. So in few seconds I had my car going down and hitting the ground. All I can hear was the noise of the car after hitting the ground. I'm not really aware at that moment that the car is facing upside down. So I'm like, I just immediately I opened my eyes. I couldn't open my eyes fast enough because as the car is going down, the glasses are coming on my face. It's just a messed up situation. So I realized that I'm facing upside down, my legs are up, and I just don't know what to do. God been so great. I'm looking once, twice, I moved my eyes. I could tell this person that I collided with, he's the one running on this side. I can see his footsteps, and I can tell from across the road there's some people running. I can see their footsteps, I can see their shoes. These people are running, and it's like they're coming towards me. So immediately I hear a slight voice instructing me on how to get out of the car, you guys, and I find a way, and listening to these instructions, I can tell nobody was there to tell me that. There was nobody around the car. This guy is still on this side talking to somebody. I could hear him talking to somebody. I want to say it was the wife, because he was telling that person that I nearly killed somebody. He said I killed somebody, and then when he came to this side while I'm getting out of the car, that's when he said I nearly killed somebody. So I get out of the car, I'm confused, I don't know what to say, and all I could say is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And here are these two ladies, and I got up, you guys, because in my mind is like I want to know that I'm okay. I want to make sure that I can be able to stand. I want to make sure that I'm not broken. Nothing is broken in me. I just want to get up. And immediately when I get up, these two ladies, they just came. The other one grabbed me because I was shaking. He just held my hands. And the guy from the oil station was like, do you need me to call anybody at all besides the police? So while I was still figuring out everything, I realized that the police are already on the other side of the car, and this guy is already running towards these people, the police, and letting them know it's my fault, you know. She did nothing wrong, it's my fault, I was rushing to work. And guys, everything was just happening so fast. And while I'm trying to hear this guy talking to the police, because it's like I want to be aware of my surrounding, I want to know who's here, I want to be able to tell if I have to go to court or anything like that. But then at the same time, I'm still confused. I'm not really myself, because whatever is in my mind most importantly was my kids. Because I'm just thinking, because that same day it was my daughter's birthday, and I'm just thinking of my kids. And when I thought of them, that's when I realized that I need to be strong. I need to stand up. I want to go home. That's all that was happening in my mind. The guy calls my husband and tell him that I'm in an accident, in a terrible accident. And I see a lot of lights, ambulance. It's just a chaotic situation, and I don't know how to, I don't know what to do. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. It's a foreign land. No family members around me. Nobody's around me besides the strange people that I don't know, that God brought. The ambulance get there. I hear my co-workers screaming because it's not far from my work. I hear Michelle. I will mention her name because I know she won't mind. And I hear one of my friends, my co-worker that I work so close to, Elba. And immediately I see Elba. I said to myself in my heart, I said, God, I hope she sees that God exists, because it's one lady that I always minister to. And I said, Elba, I'm okay. She started crying. I said, Elba, I'm okay, I'm fine. And the lady that's holding my hand was like, you're bleeding. I see the blood coming down. I could feel the blood from my bag, but I didn't really care. All I wanted to know was that I'm okay. The ambulance comes. It's just a mess, and they are going under the car trying to figure out who is in the car. And I'm just standing there like, I'm here. And they're like, sit down. Then I sat down. Immediately I sat down, they started asking me so much questions. I'm thinking, I need my kids. In my head, I'm just thinking of my kids. I need my kids. I need my husband here. I need my kids. I need my husband in my head. I'm thankful, because if my co-workers were not there, I don't know who would have had heard for me, listened for me. So I'm being put on a stretcher. After so many questions, I am being rolled into the ambulance. I'm still being asked so many questions. They're trying to see what happened on my head, because they see blood. And my husband comes to the scene, and you guys, the look on his face was just jaw-dropping, because he did not expect, he was not sure whether he would find me alive. He was not sure what to expect, and I just wanted to assure him that I'm okay, I'll be fine. I'm just trying to be strong. And he just didn't know what to say. He was just holding my hand like, be quiet, it's gonna be okay, just be quiet, just just don't say anything. It's gonna be okay. And I can hear my kids because they're in the car. So I'm being rolled to the hospital. We get to the hospital, they rush me in because most importantly they want to make sure that there's no organs that are messed up or anything like that. And God been so great, you guys. I'm telling you, everybody who work at the hospital, whether a nurse or doctor, a cleaner who passed the scene, everybody was coming to my room to see if I'm okay, because nobody could believe that somebody can survive out of that car. And I'm grateful because that morning I didn't even pick up one of my co-workers, a sister. I didn't go and pick her up that morning. I just left. And I stayed in the hospital. They checked everything. I was totally bruised. I had a lot of bruises. I had a wound on my head. My chest was bruised. My knees, I think the seatbelt also just bruised me because, you know, it was holding on me. And I was asked a lot of questions. Were you using your phone? You know I was not using a phone. My phone was just sitting there playing my music on my speaker. You guys, when I say God is faithful, there are things that we ask of God. Sometimes we wake up in the morning, you are praying, Lord, protect me, my going, my coming, let it be a blessing. All these prayers that you are saying, let me tell you, they are not for nothing. There will be a time that God will do that, exactly what you are asking for. Because one thing for sure is that after the whole thing, after I have come home, I'm taking a lot of pain medication, and I'm just thinking, Lord, what have I done? Who am I that you are so mindful of, that you will take her out of this? Who am I? Is there anything that I'm doing that is special, that makes God to save me? Is there anything that is, am I better than anybody else? I could have died in that accident, you guys, because the way the car went down, the other side where a passenger seat is was totally crushed. On my side it was a little bit like bumpy, but it was not as bad. We have to keep praying, you guys. Every prayer that you utter, it might not make sense right now. It might not even seem important to even ask God for it. It's like just waking up asking God for protection. It's like I'm going out there, so anything can happen. You don't know. Sometimes when you get up on the bed, sometimes you don't even pray. You don't know who's covering you. By the grace of God, I was saved. And I believe if you are going through something at this moment and you feel like God can never save you, He is definitely gonna save you. I want you to look at this testimony and be thankful that you will never, you have never experienced this, but you have seen God deliver somebody from it. And I don't wish this to anybody, not even my worst enemy. I don't wish anybody to hear the sounds that I heard that day. I still remember them really well. The sound of the ambulance, the sound of the shackles from my car, the noise. I still remember it till this day, but I'm thankful for the life God has spared and kept me living. Hope you learned something from this. I'll see you in my next video.